talking or you non-talking man?
I haven't talked yet, no.
Haven't you?
So, I'll say hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. It's a strange day in Paphos today, as you may have noticed. Look at that. It looks as though hell is raining down on us. And the wind, well, it's picking up, that's for sure. But one thing is for sure, that I've brought with me the most beautiful woman in the world. And of course, her name is Miss Marika Me Come.
Hello, everybody. How nice to see you again and again. Especially when we know that now we're gonna become more closer and closer, because in that very place we always open our hearts to each other, and we feel that you are that close, like a millimeter.
Shall we get the impression of the day man? What do you think, day man? That's another new dress. And, well, I think the pop socks have been shown before. Let's go for a quick look. Oh, no, these are new ones again. There we are. This was something that was hiding in the wardrobe. The boots have been shown, but there's some new socks with some diamonds. And that's a beautiful dress indeed, that's for sure. Some more of my money has been squandered.
I just find out that I've got those socks as well. Those, the other ones, were my favorite. But now these ones are more and more favorite.
There we are.
They are the favorites of all.
The dancing, the prancing, the professorising, most beautiful woman in the world, Miss Marika Me Come.
Do you know what is a real problem in here? When I go to twirl, Miss Dame Anne Bell. Sorry.
Wash your mouth out. There we are.
Dame Anne Bell. When I am twirling for you to show how nice dress I'm wearing, or the new socks, or any new shoes, or whatever new and lovely I've got on me, then it's a downhill, and I'm risking to break one of my legs. Luckily, I've got two.
You are very, very lucky indeed. Because what it is, the camber on the road slants that away, if you understand. So when she starts doing the pirouetting that she likes to do, and the prancing, she starts to fall over.
You have to be very, very good, stuck on the, like a suspension, stuck on the way, on your road, in order to not to fall down.
But of course, the only person that actually falls over is me, Mr. Paul.
By the way, I think the weather doesn't like us today. Dame Anne, help us. What's going on in the world? It's going to be rain and it's going to make us wet. Luckily, we are not made of sugar and we're not going to melt.
Shall we transcend up into the little arm viewing point? And of course, we're going to watch the rear end of the most beautiful woman, and hopefully there's not too much wind. Hang on to that dress. That's what Julie Nash is shouting out as we rise, because we understand as we transcend up, the wind is going to pick up that little bit. This is the Armu viewing point, and when you get up there, not only will you get a spectacular view and probably a kiss off Miss Marika Me Come, but you're also going to get a great view down and beyond into the Cape of Paphos area and the blue Mediterranean Sea. Because, well, all right, the sea is not looking that blue today. The sky's not looking that blue today either. But Mr. Paul's dressed head stone blue. So all that's missing is...
All is missing is you. Never mind. And it doesn't matter what the sea color we can see. But we can see that all is missing is you. And get yourself on a biggest bird. Or a smallest one, or a canoe, bigger or smaller, it doesn't matter, and start paddling like crazy, because we all are patiently waiting just for you. But I just observed.
Yes, someone's been up here and well, what have they been doing this time?
That looking rather looks like a vandalist. Oh. And
someone's been putting their initials on love hearts, and they appear to have made a goodness gracious knows what it is. Who knows?
You know what I can say in these occasions? If anybody loves anybody, how it can be your or my fault? People coming here to enjoy the views and enjoy all the luxury and atmosphere of this luxury island of love. How it can be our fault? I don't understand.
Unfortunately, vandalism is a thing of, well, the culture at the moment, I think, and it's slowly getting worse, isn't it? There's graffiti going on every single building, every single wall all over the world. There's obviously a lot of, well, disgruntled people, perhaps. Perhaps that's what it is, or perhaps they're very, very happy people. But anyway, that's the view as far as Tala in the distance there. And it is a spectacular view. And, well, the guys, well, I'm losing my English. I'm confusing my English. Because the sky, it looks as though hell has arrived, to be honest. But it is spectacular. And it's not as windy as it normally is. And as you look into the distance, that is Uptown, Midtown and Lower Town Paphos, of course down to Paphos, and of course mixed in with the greyness somewhere is the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. Let's have a sit down and let's see what Miss Receiver has got to say.
I can brighten it up with my Chichotka dance for the name of all our lovely family.
Oh right, here we go. That's it. Oh, I think there was a bit of flamingo dancing going in there as well. And that must be inspired by the superstars that accosted us on the downtown Paphos
Exactly.
Harbour.
And now we would like to tell you all we've been having all this week. So have a seat, Mr. Paul.
Let's have a seat. Let me grab my can of the red stuff. There you go, boys. Miss Andrea. Paul never defects to the other side. He likes to drink the proper stuff, the real thing.
Miss Andrea, always make sure that you have in your hands a nice Coke, which is lovely to have. And then don't forget to throw away that starting with P. Sorry about it, but Mr. Paul gets very angry and he thinks that you should have a nice Coke in your hands. This is because he does have only this.
There we are. I'll make sure it's a large one, Miss Andrea. There we are. Give me my Coca-Cola back.
Now, have a seat. We're going to talk about nice things. And we're going to talk about what impressions, yeah? Impressions. The impressions in the world of Marika and me are very nice. Especially for our dearest family, we meet in them time to time. But this is a little bit a shame that some people cannot find us on time, or it's the time of their leaving coming, and therefore they have in the last hopes in order to find us for the last hope for the name of God or whatever it is in that very world. This is like the same Miss Tracy, the dearest darling woman, a very nice behavior towards us, and I really would like to say that I've had a sense or the feeling that I've known that woman for whole my life.
And she's back again in September.
Miss Tracy, and I know, and I think she did write down she's coming on 15th.
I think it's the 15th of September.
And I cannot miss the date. By the way, Miss Tracy, I think perhaps, you never know, in the last life or the future life, we're going to be the best Siamese cat who are always together, like good friends to be together. And from the first sight, I did realize that I have a feeling that you're a very good heart woman. Bless you. And I want to wish you all the best in the future life. And I would like you to come back to this luxury island of love, and we can have a company of yours together somewhere for a drink or maybe more, or a nice dinner.
Some of the other superstars who've just gone back, Mr. Jim and PM, Paula Marie.
I would like to mention it as well. Paula Marie, I would like to tell you many thanks for your lovely hands. The things that you presented, the jewelry, they are beautiful as well, don't get me wrong, but they are more a memory close to my heart, and I'm wearing it. time to time. And I would like to tell you that I would never ever do it, even if you told me that it's just very simple. You just take some wires, you buy this and that, and then you make them like a composition, like a lovely artist can draw a picture, or the lovely compositor can write a song. Believe me or not, my hands are not growing from the same place like yours.
It's an art.
I
Jewellery
would
making
say
is an art, and she's
it's
an
an
artist.
art, and of course you've got to have a talent in that, and no matter what, you can learn from YouTube. I would like to mention our dearest Mr. Mauricio and his loveliest wife Andrea. We hope that you met your daughter and you had a nice time together. We also wish your brother Mr. Mauricio and Andrea that he's gonna have a luxury wedding on this lovely island of love, and we also hope to meet as more family as possible. I would like to mention the people from Welsh, lovely Helen and his a nice man Dewi
Probably a Welsh name.
from
There.
the King didn't know.
No, Clan did know. Clan did know.
Clang didn't
There we
know.
are. Can't get your tongue around that one, can you?
No, really, I'm sorry.
Most
about
people can't,
my
to be honest, unless they're
pronunciation.
Welsh.
Little bit hard for me. It's a bit heavy, especially those O's.
O's? That's so sweet Caroline you're thinking about now.
I'm always thinking about our sweetest Caroline, and all the family. By the way, what I was talking about. By the way,
We're
I'm
talking
getting
about
very embarrassed.
Helen and Dowie,
Helen and
all the
Dowie.
way from
And-
Clan did know,
Yes.
or as you call it, Clan I don't know.
This is what I said. This is very easy for me to make imagination in my head, some words that I already know, and then connect them together, and then I hope that I seem to be very understandable. If not, you have to forgive me for that.
I'd also like to mention we were accosted while we were sitting with some other superstars by a superstar known as Mr. Sean.
Mr. Sean and his wife Kay.
Yes, K-A-E. Not K-A-Y. K-A-E.
This is how you pronounce
Yes.
K-A-E.
Yes, what K? Miss K.
But
Superstars.
I said all right.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I thought I should pronounce it K-A-E.
And they're
I
from
really-
downtown Ludlow in Shropshire.
Midlow.
Ludlow.
Ludlow?
Ludlow.
Ludlow. We're supposed to meet, I remember that, but it didn't happen. We also wanted to meet with our dearest Paula Marie and her lovely husband, but sometimes you find out, you catch yourself on a thought that the time is never can be enough. Also, I would like to thank you, Mr. Paul and your loveliest wife Mo, for the company. The company of yours was unforgettable, as always is. And you know that now I'm getting used to the speech, and you getting used to my speech, and we understand each other very well. It's not like me and Mr. Paul in the very, very early beginning. We were talking, and at about 20 minutes of time, we understood that we are talking totally different tasks. We're discussing totally different.
It's still the same today, to be honest with you.
It
We
was.
often sit down and have a chat, and 10 minutes in understand that we're not talking about the same thing.
Unfortunately, it can happen with me, so you can forgive me. This is not my native language, but as long as I can connect all my thoughts in my little brain in order to transfer my emotions and my cleanest heart and the love that I've got to all of you, then I am all right. I can sleep quiet and happy with a smile on my face. And of course, our dearest, the luxury woman, the woman of all the women in the world, Dame Anne.
I thought you'd forgotten her for a moment, you know.
Never,
Never, never, never.
never ever. I will do it. Dame Anne, you know, you bring into the heart such an atmosphere that nobody can forget about it. You're the woman who deserves all the luxury, all the beauty, all the peace, all the lovely regards. I don't know, whatever is good, I wish it to you, because we're loving you, really loving you, and we feel like we've been knowing you hundreds of years, even though we understand that none of the human being can live that long.
Well, I intend to try, much to the annoyance of many people.
I'm afraid, Mr. Paul, even if you do freeze yourself, as I say, and
Well, I try at night time. I've
come
got two
back.
cooling fans on and an air conditioning
You've
unit.
already got it, don't
Yes.
you worry. Mr. Paul always sleeps with air condition and cooling fans and heating fans and this and that. And by the way, it's making me very annoyed.
Yes.
In the morning when he gets up, he's so sick. He's not here. Are you hearing?
I'm listening.
He's sitting all like that. And he leaves one little fan, but it's making such a noise. I think that whole world is working to produce that little air to me, but I don't really want it. I want the quietness. I want the singing of the birds. I want the happiness of our dearest family. I want the meeting of the people. I would like to see you all happy. Let all your dreams come true, and I wish you all the best. Honestly, from the bottom of our two hearts.
A big shout out to a gentleman who's in Paphos as we speak, Mr. Peter. We had the great pleasure to sit with him on a couple of occasions.
Mr.
And he was
Peter,
a star,
Mr.
the engineer.
Peter, of course. How
Yes.
could I? Sorry about it, Mr. Peter. You know, that very day when we're supposed to meet, and we eventually did. I believe that you sorry about that very accident that happened, and we had to go. But my daughter's boyfriend had an accident, so we had to get up from the table and leave you. Yes, Mr. Paul.
But
thank
unluckily he
you.
survived.
Thank you for reminding. Luckily he survived.
And
but
there's not a mark on him, which is a shame, because I'm going to attack him with a rubber mallet one of these days.
He's always joking in this way, but you know, when I saw that turned on car, I thought none of the people could be alive or breathing in that car. Luckily, everything finished very well for us, and we thank God, or He's got angels, that nothing serious happens. Otherwise, I believe my daughter would be going crazy. This is what I really, really believe. And by the way, I told to Mr. Paul, could you see how she reacted afterwards? Even she knew that he's
There's a lot
alive.
of stupid people in the world.
Anyway, this is all our opinions. This is all our impressions. We are very glad that we've got all of you. That's because we're feeling so close to your hearts. That's because time to time, let us talk to each other. Now, when I look at this camera, do you know what I feel? I really feel that you, whole family, 2,000 something else, a little bit more.
2066.
Okay, Mr. Paul, but I cannot see that. I only could see 06 2.06 people sitting and talking with each other, sharing with the problems, with the highlight daytime, and sharing with each other all their problems, or all their, when we say one head is better, but 2 or 3 it's even better. That means that you always can get an advice, and we're waiting for your impressions. Now we are waiting for the back connection, because I believe that what I told you, the whole world cannot be enough, and whole time cannot be enough to tell you all what we've seen, but the general things from here to there I can describe to you. And Mr. Paul is sitting and looking at me very quietly. His face is not showing me that I've done something wrong. Sometimes when I try to impress my emotions and talk you about talk to you about different things. His face starts to be changed. Therefore, I'm looking to his face time to time in order to understand: am I going straight, or
I think
I've lost
you're on
the
a bit of a
rhythm?
wiggle and a waggle now. So get yourself into the dancing chuchukka position. I'm going to show the great view, although it's a bit scary out there today. Say a shout out to one or two superstars, like the lady known as Sally Briers, who is an absolute superstar, who was chosen to click through to our About page and, of course, become a superstar member on the Buy Me a Coffee platform.
We are, just for you to understand, we are thanking all of the people. Do you understand that it works only like that? And of course you do understand, because all our family are very logical human beings. And thanking God to that, I believe that they understand that all they do, every movement they do, and every supporting they do, every transaction, whatever they do, or even buy me the coffees, time to time, it's helping the channel to grow up. So therefore we can put a little bit more, couple of liters of benzene, or just drink a couple of coffees. Mr. Paul, you know how it works, and we're thanking to all the people, all the family members, for that very good reaction towards us. Therefore, we are ready to give you our hearts, our emotions, to be as fair as possible, but I don't think we have to try a lot. What you see on camera, if you meet us in real life, this is what we are, and I don't think that you'll be surprised a lot. And now,
so it's time for the view as Ochi Grasilabuth adjusts her attire, and I think we're going to get a bit of dancing, a bit of chuchotchkaing, a bit of prancing, professorising, and maybe even some castanets for the superstar known as Mauricio, and of course his beautiful wife, Miss Andrea, who is somewhere in downtown Coral Bay having a great day. Thanks for watching, and of course we'll see you again very soon indeed. Take it away, the booth. Oh, thanks for watching, and of course we'll see you again very soon indeed. We're watching Receiver Booth as she looks out into the abyss, shall we say. Thanks for watching. That is a strange view today, that's for sure. Oh, and it started to rain, Receiver. Did you feel that?
and I'm showing my luxury hair, Mr. Paul. Don't you understand? The dream of all my life never happened. Therefore, I have a ponytail.
You can unclip it later, don't worry. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again very soon indeed.